Hello, good morning everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. I think this video is just about me talking about my experience with this game. So I did play Genshin Impact for 6 months already. Man, time flies. And if you can hear fireworks sounds in the background, just let you know that I'm recording this video in the night of the new year basically. And yeah, so that's what I did, because I played this game for half a year, which is a pretty decent time to have a review. So I know you guys not really playing Genshin, but actually a lot of Genshin players like this kind of videos. So I'm just gonna start doing some of my review. So we start with Keqing. She is my first 5-star in the game. I got her accidentally in the Raiden Shogun banner, right? Yeah, because she's actually decently strong. So I make her crit rate 37%, crit damage 116, which is actually pretty decent for what I got. So I completely F2P, by the way. It's not joking. I'm seriously F2P for now. She has this Lion's Roar, Refinement rank 1. Not the best for her, but this weapon is just fitting her. And speaking of the artifacts, okay, we're gonna start with the flower usually. So the flower is actually pretty good, has crit rate. All of them, all pieces has crit rate. And I got double Thundering Fury, which is doing the electro damage basically, and Gladiator's Finale to boost attack. And like this, it's not fully upgraded yet. Some of them fully upgrade level 20, but most of them are not really. This is pretty insane actually. Attack, 13% crit damage. So I goes attack, attack, attack. And yeah, I guess I'm pretty decent. I have pretty decent artifacts for Constellation, of course, nothing. The thing that I can improve is of course the talents. The talents is still 554. And as you guys probably know, I am an Amber simp, Amber main. I play her a lot. I love her gameplay, and as an Amber player, I know that people always, ridiculed her for being weak, and you know what, I agree. She's not like extremely viable, extremely fit for a lot of fight, but she's not bad. She is a single target archer. She's the weak point archer, so yeah, keep that in mind, that she's a monster when it comes to shooting weak point. And if you trying to getting good with archer or in aiming in general, I really recommend doing Amber actually. So she is a flippin' beast. So look at that crit rate and crit damage. That's actually insane. I cannot believe I getting 200 crit damage for her. And having recently I got a pretty good flower as well, so she's hitting 44 crit rate. She got a pretty decent energy recharge, so we can use her ult quite often. Quite good. Weapons, Skyward Harp, absolutely loving this weapon. This is like one of the most amazing bow in the game. And artifacts, so here is the power source of my Amber. So look at this, 21.6% attack. How insane is that? And then of course with decent crit damage and crit rate. And here also about the same as the flower. It has 14% attack, and this 24.9, like 25% crit damage. That is really ridiculous. This is an off base, by the way. It's Thundering Fury, but it doesn't make any changes, so it's okay. Has 20% crit damage. How amazing is that? This doesn't have a crit rate, but it has 15.7% crit damage. It's just happy time for my Amber, by the way. She's still Constellation 2. I really wish Amber can get easier Constellation to get. It's super hard to get a Constellation, by the way, especially if you're not paying a lot of things in this game. And I actually got like really lucky having 2 Constellation, and the talents is full triple crown, and I'm proud of it. Look at her face, look at how proud she is. Alright, the second pyro unit that I actually really love as well is Yanfei. So crit damage is not like totally ridiculous number, it's still like 105, but because the ability of spamming, so she is the absolute pyro spamming catalyst, and a lot of people actually not really playing her. She's really underrated. I never seen her in like really hard dungeon or spiral abyss. For the next event, I think she will be appear in the banner. And weapons, Skyward Atlas, of course, the best catalyst weapons in the game, if I'm not wrong. And of course, she has a fully upgraded artifacts Wonder Trope. The reason why I'm doing Wonder Trope, because first it's easier to get, and second, we supposed to use her charge attack a lot. 16.9% attack is actually not. It's actually amazing, actually. Crit damage, crit rate, and she got a crit rate top. Constellation 5. And one more constellation for C6 Yanfei. Moving on to the next 5-star. It's gonna be probably my favorite 5-star character in the game. So a lot of people know that she got a very hard time, especially from the community, because her inability to crit. Basically, so in Genshin there's like normal damage and critical damage. She cannot do critical damage, so she's just doing the normal damage. So her power now is coming from this new artifacts, which is actually one of the best artifacts in the game. I have to say, one artifacts that makes people want to play healer character. Kokomi has like the most broken heal. You know, she can consistently heal characters, and she has a lot of HP. I make her 41,000 HP because a lot of people go with a hydro damage goblet, but I'm here going for HP. I have the hydro damage because I want her to heal mostly. Her main task is to heal, and she can heal every character in no time. Just 1 or 2 tick and the character can be full HP. And she holding the prototype Ember, which probably the best weapons for her in terms of like 4-star. And if she get a rerun, I kind of wanted to get her signature weapons just to piss off people, because a lot of people, even though after her buff, people still kind of like ridiculed her. And yeah, I just like playing underrated characters, to be honest. I just like to mock people who are currently doing the meta things. Constellation, of course, nothing. Maybe like either getting a constellation or getting weapons, but I think I tend to getting a constellation because that's easier, way easier on getting the weapons. Talent 797. I currently concentrating on growing her talent. And next is, I'm gonna talk about the Traveler a little bit. So before the reason why I grow out my Traveler, because so if one day there is a quest that only using Traveler, I'm not screwed. That's it. And she's actually really strong now. Look at that, 2,000 449 attacks, and she got a 55.9% crit rate, which is it just guaranteed crit rate for like 2 hits, every 2 hits. She got decent energy recharge, so we can use her skill. She got physical damage. The reason for that, because she is versatile. The Traveler is versatile. She can change elements. I really actually enjoy her Animo and Geo style, but it's such a freaking hassle to change artifacts because, you know, getting artifacts, decent artifacts, is not easy. It's really hard. Of course, full constellation because she's a free character, and 777 for the Animo. I actually enjoy her Animo a lot. Geo is a little bit weird because they can like building something, and Geo is not my favorite things. I kind of look at Geo characters now on, but mostly because I don't have a decent Animo character so far, so she's like my main Animo unit. Alright, we're gonna move to another archer. Of course, the one that really people see is the crit rate and crit damage, so this is probably not the best crit rate, crit damage, but mostly because I struggle really hard to getting like the right artifacts, especially this. It's crit damage, which is not the thing that you want actually for Fischl. Fischl really want crit rate because of her talent. And also, this is probably not the best weapons as well. I'm currently doing the stringless, the leveling up the stringless, because there's another new archer that I really want, which is Ganyu. And this prototype Crescent probably is gonna be for Ganyu, and then Fischl gonna get the stringless for the elemental mastery. And fully upgraded. This is actually quite insane. Look at it, 27% crit damage. Alright. But there's not much going on. Constellation 3, by the way. This is actually pretty good, and I'm lucky with Fischl. And her talent is not, it's still in the middle, like 564. And we're gonna go with one of my best male character in the game, which is Kaeya. Like the crit rate is 43%, which is insane, but the crit damage is only 63%. And he got one constellation, which is basically another boost of crit rate. She got a Favonius sword, like giving the energy recharge. So mostly I'm using him just for the cryo appliance. So, and most of the artifacts is not in the decent level yet, but this is actually pretty good artifacts. Talent still in the low part. I'm gonna go for Razor. So he is my first 4-star character that not from the free characters. So crit rate, crit damage is actually, seriously, crit damage is like one of the important thing in the game. And he got an insane 113 physical damage bonus. And he got the Wolf Gravestone, which is probably like the basic 5-star DPS character. I hate the term DPS though, it's like damage per second, but it's not damage per second. It's damage per screenshot. So actually I wanna go for Pale Flame, double Pale Flame, and double Bloodstain, because I don't have decent Pale Flame actually. It's just quite sad. And even though I play Razor a lot, really unfortunate I don't have a C1 even, which is quite weird. I don't know why. I got Yanfei really easily, even in the standard banner. Constellation, I mean talents is still in the middle part, so not that great, but not that bad either. So the second healer, 20,000 HP, actually not that bad. So my main thing about healer, they need to be having a bazillion amount of HP. And yeah, she is a tank. She is a tank. So energy recharge, I need to fix this because it's only 100%. But she is actually quite broken as well when it comes to healing. She's quite fast healing. And It's a 3-star book. Unfortunately, I wanna get another prototype Amber actually, but this is refinement 4, which I think is not bad. An artifact, of course, the new artifacts from the Kokomi dungeon. Still not fully upgraded, unfortunately, because it's really difficult to upgrade artifacts in this game. And talents still in the lower. And so, interestingly, I put my interest in Ningguang actually, because recently the Geo characters are needed really badly, because some of the characters are some of the enemies are really needed Geo. It's really difficult. It needs to like break their physical resistance and stuff. I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, here we go. Ningguang. And weapons, Eye of Perception, and she's still not having the best artifacts, but well, it's for Geo artifacts basically. And Constellation, she's the best Geo, of course, because she has a Constellation 2, and still talent still pretty bad. And we have Xiangling here, still not on the work yet. Still need to figure out how to do this, because I still focus on the other characters. It's really difficult to grow characters in this game. Lisa, the forgotten character, not really doing much of her. I took some of the artifacts, because for electro characters I have Razor, I have Fischl, and I have Keqing, and I can spam electro. And if you guys can hear the fireworks in the background, it's still bloody 1 hour and 30 minutes to get to the new year. Bloody hell. And recently I also trying to get Noelle, because again, the second Geo, we need the second Geo, right? And then also the newest artifacts from Kokomi's domain, and mostly from here now on is just underdeveloped characters. Here is Diona or Diona, just getting her artifacts, but of course I'm focusing on another characters. It's really difficult. I got Mona as well. If you guys don't know, I got Mona in actually trying to pull from Eula's banner, and then I got Mona. I lose. And luckily I got the Witsith, which I think one of her signature weapons. From here now on is just most of them just underdeveloped characters. Yeah, I kinda interested with Thoma though. Thoma is probably like the newest character, and it is extremely underrated as well. Probably people just don't using her because we have no Xiangling, another characters that having Pyro. The character showcase, we have, this is the newer guy. He's extremely epic. We have Goro. I still don't do his story quest yet, but the next character that I really want is of course this cryo baby here, Ganyu, which is sleepy, seems like. And yeah, the keyword for Ganyu is beauty, right? A lot of people having her. She's a waifu material, but also she is an absolute meta character, probably the most meta character. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. And look at this. Look at this. I managed to beat the freaking Spiral Abyss. So here's my Spiral Abyss. Obviously not, not whole 36 stars, but floor 9 and floor 10s, I managed to beat them all, which is amazing, right? Even floor 11, like, pretty decent, right, for the characters that I have. And of course floor 12 will just insanely powerful enemies. The characters that I use gonna be Kaeya, Amber, Yanfei, and Barbara. And the second half will be Keqing, Fischl, Razor, and Kokomi. So the first is like the vaporize and melt reaction mostly, And second half is the electrocharge spamming and also hydro spamming by Kokomi. Spiral Abyss is something that people thought as like the main challenge of the game. And yeah, I admit this is a really difficult challenge, mostly because the enemies has like millions of HP. Overall, the fight actually not that bad. The really bad thing is because the enemy's HP is like really difficult to deplete them. And yeah, I think that's it. I beat the Spiral Abyss with probably most underused character ever. And there you go, the review of my accounts in Genshin Impact. 6 months playing this game, I have also some friends helping me actually. Believe it or not, having some friends playing the game. And you hear that fireworks. I think I need to end the videos, and happy new year everybody. I hope we can be a better person next year. I hope whatever you hope for the next year, whatever you plan next year, is gonna become true, and we hope the world will be a better place. And hopefully this awful pandemics will be pretty much over soon. It's, you know, 2021 is still pretty much the same as it is 2022, albeit not the worst. But yeah, anyway, hopefully your next year is gonna be better. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon next year. Goodbye.